What's good, guys? Well, today is the 7th of February, day 282. So let's get backtesting. It is currently, wow, a few minutes to 12, and I haven't done my Duolingo thing. They will kill me. Look at this. Okay, let's go. We'll be doing the inversion model 2025, but these days I've been backtesting gold, so we'll see if gold can offer anything. Right, so I'm still having a hard time deciding the times to trade it because I mean if we do it in New York session, then when are we gonna be trading NQ? Well, just have to see how to manage it, I think. Now let's go to the next day here. Right, so yesterday was quite bullish. I think before we are having some sort of retracement into this gap, and there's also another block, so I'd like to see price displace higher today, like maybe to this high. Now the 1 hour, we had considered we have run the Asia low, so maybe we can get a displacement higher today. Alright, so the 5 minute has just inversed right here, and well, the 15 minute could, if the 15 minute doesn't inverse here, we are gonna be cooked, because it's possible that it could not inverse. But if we use the 5 minute here right after the open, it's not good. Let's just wait for the 15 minute to close. Okay, the 15 minute has closed quite good, so can now try out longs, but then price has already moved way too significantly, so it will be like 1-to-1. Holy, this is a crazy retracement at 10. Price is still fumbling this high. Or let's see, should I have entered? Maybe I targeted this high here. This will be a 1-to-1. Okay, previous day low has been run, so maybe we could have a retrace, push up back higher, and now the one now is pushing higher quite good. There's a possibility it could inverse here, but if it holds this higher, then it will be going lower, obviously. But I'd like to use the 15 minute to see if I can get any entries here. Okay, can try out longs the moment it closes like this. So at the close, entry longs. Now we have this huge gap here, but there's an inversion here. If this gap here holds, then we're cooked, but I'd like to see displacement higher, maybe to this high. How would one time gold, man, using ICT? It's looking really hard. This thing doesn't want to close above. You can see how this thing has failed multiple gaps, but well, the 2 minute has inversed actually. No, 2 hour, sorry. The 2 hour has already inversed, so I think it's going to go higher. Okay, if the PM session doesn't push higher, then we're cooked. Okay, let's go to the next day now. Good gap here. Right. Man, these entries on gold are so crazy. I can't even get a move higher because I don't have tight stops or crazy entries. So will be crazy. Finally, some bullish moves. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's going to reverse after running this Asia high. It doesn't want to go all the way to these highs. Let's go to the next day. Well, this is some crazy consolidation. Have a liquidity run here. Gap here holding. Then we get the inversion. Okay, I'm trying to incorporate the lower time frames. I have a gap here. So break even at that gap, I guess. banger 2-minute trade. That's good. That's good. This looks like a 1 hour here though. Oh god. 15. Nope, not a 1 hour, still in the consolidation. So we better go to the next day. Okay, this could be some good news maybe. Pretty much the same thing. Still the liquidity run is there. 4 hour we had another drop, but since price hasn't burst here, I would like to see it displace higher. I like to think maybe it's bullish, and checking the 1 hour, we're tracing into a beautiful 1 hour gap there, so hopefully we can reverse from there, maybe before open or after open, I don't know. Okay, so we get a good 5-minute inverse pre-market. We can try it out and see if it hits, because it's a 5-minute. If it was a 1 minute, I wouldn't do anything. Let's try it out. Longs, holy, we're cooked. There it goes. Okay, this hits at 940 something. Very beautiful trade. Very beautiful inversion trade. I'm really liking the strat, since I can see that it works on gold. You can see that the Asia highs that I was targeting from the previous day got tagged in. Now where is price going to go next? Okay, we're creating a 15-minute retracement into the 15, right? So do we have a gap to inverse? Nothing. Really cold. Okay, you get a small 5-minute gap retracement, if not inversion. Let's use this 2-minute, 3, 4, 5, and the 5-minute inverses on this candle here. So let's see if you can try out longs. We're targeting this high here. Now that longs set up on gold for the day. Longs. So this will be like a 2-hour trade. Let's try it out and see. Good displacement. Man, I still don't understand why it would edge that high. Like, there is literally no reasoning behind edging the liquidity. I think I'm gonna close this at break even. After all, we're even in lunch hours, so yeah, small break even there. Crazy consolidations. And in PM session it also doesn't move. Now let's see how the next day goes. What would I do if I didn't love you, babe? Okay, so the next day we are bullish. What am I doing? Okay, no, I'm not bullish yet. It's just that we're in this consolidation, but I like to see displacement higher. We have some daily highs here and here. 4 hour, we are also still displacing high. We haven't unfilled 4 hour, so price will grow towards that, but I'd like to see these highs get taken out first. You can see it's actually it looks like LR, if not some trend line liquidity stuff. Now let's just skip it like this. So we have these highs here, and this high here. Yeah. Now we're we're also kind of consolidating. We're consolidating in the morning. Maybe we could also display to these London highs. If we still are bullish, we have a small 15-minute gap retracement right before market open, and as market opens we tap into the unfilled 4-hour. You can see very beautiful retracement. So it's possible the price could continue all the way there. 4, 3, 2. 2-minute has just inversed, but there's a 5-minute gap, very huge one. So if price, there's a possibility the price could reject this gap. That's why this entry will be like a C tier entry. No, actually not C, maybe like a B plus or A minus, because if the 5-minute doesn't inverse, then we're cooked, very cooked. But we actually have the open in 1 minute. You can see it could even hit as well. Let's try it out here. Try out longs. Quite a very huge stop. Okay, if the 5-minute has inverted, then we're good. It looks like it has just inversed. Very good move. There was also a 15-minute. It's about to inverse. Okay, so this here would have been the best. This would have been the best entry here. A plus entry here. Stop here. Take profit at this high. 1.7 hour. This one was 2 hours. So the risk to reward reduces, but it could be a good trade here. And you can also take it as well. This one like 2916. Yeah. Let's just try this trade out and see. You can see we get the best displacement so far. This is a very beautiful move. And yeah, that was even before lunch hour. So maybe it could also hit these highs and these highs here. And I believe one thing that helps me find this kind of bias is seeing where the most liquidity rests and see if price is actually drawing there, because after this displacement that happened after this gap, you can see that after open 9:30 price was obviously displacing higher. So that's the best confluence, displacement. We have displacement, price is showing that I'm bullish, I'm moving with too much energy, unlike places like here, where it was consolidating. So after the sweep inversion, this is obvious displacement that you can target this high and have you stop here. So I'd say this was a good entry, very beautiful entry. And let's see if it will draw all the way to these highs as well. And you can see it flies through them very beautifully. Now going to the next New York AM session. By the way, a reminder, if you haven't joined the Discord and you're watching this, please join and tell us how the market has been for you recently. Now, the daily was showing bullishness. We are very beautiful, displacing higher. 1 hour retracement into a fair value gap right here. I'd like to see displacement. I hope you have like $1 million set aside with the way you are trading. Why do you hope for me to have like 1 million set aside? Okay, so 15-minute could also start displacing higher. Oh, this is so slow. Bad displacement is displacement, man. It's like we're having a small 5-minute gap retracement. Can trade them this kind of close after this inversion here. I'm not really confident about this entry because the 5-minute is not that strong of a confluence. 5-minute gap rejection, but we just have to try it out and see. So we'll be taking the longs. 1.4 or 1.5 R, and bang, TP hit in 5 minutes. 1 2 3, no, this is not 5, 9 minutes. Yeah, so not the best trade, because I mean we had a 15-minute that was created right at the open, so there's a possibility price could have retraced lower into that 15-minute gap instead. Crazy consolidation, then price pops higher. Let's go to the next. Actually, we still have a few hours left, a few minutes left in this trading day, so we might as well just take credit. You can see it ends up hitting all-time highs, I believe. Yep, all-time highs right there. All-time highs banked. Let's try longs again, and the next day maybe, because what else would you trade at all-time highs? Here on our side, trust me, you will never enter a trade after such huge candles. Trust me, because of the emotions and games your mind will be playing you. Well, sometimes the emotions get in the way, but that's the way I should be executing. So I managed to execute that exact way. So I don't think it will be a problem entering after some huge displacement. Obviously not that kind of a huge displacement that makes you buy in premium, but if you're still in discount, why not take the risk? Let's go to the next trading day here. Okay, so we're still bullish. We are currently at all-time highs. Checking the 4 hour, we have an unfilled huge 4 hour created yesterday during the morning. And the 1 hour, sorry, 1 hour, we also have a good gap here. So I'd like to see what is set to happen. Maybe we'll run all the way to this gap, but not really confident we could go all the way there. But could also happen if this 15-minute gap continues rejecting, so we'll just have to wait and see. But overall, I wouldn't like to take shots on this kind of market, it's so obvious. Okay, the low gets run. We're still in the 1 hour. Okay, here is the liquidity run. Now the 15-minute is displacing higher and is currently making me think of taking longs. Then like find a strategy checklist. This will boost your trade setup. Well, Saida, I really have a strategy checklist and I use it because the strategy checklist is simple. My strategy checklist is simple. It's just a retracement into the gap, then we have a liquidity run, then the inversion. I don't just enter out of this. Displacement is not like the main thing. I just want to see price move bullish. If it's consolidating inside the inversion, the gap that I want to mark as the inversion, obviously that won't be a good sign. It's not a thing that I will add in the checklist, because if price is slow, then why will I be trading it? It's going to shop around my entry for like hours. So that's not something that means that that is a condition or a rule for taking trades. What I'm trying to say is the checklist is there, and I love to see displacement before I enter any kind of trades. That's how I think when I'm approaching the markets in some conditions where it's really volatile. Okay, we have a small gap here. It's currently 940. Okay, wish you the best, bro. Thank you, Saida. Thank you, man. Okay, so we're still moving higher. 15-minute just closed. Well, it hasn't closed, just a 5-minute. We have a gap here that price could tap into, so that's why I marked this high. But we can try entries on this 1-minute IFVG, something like this. And if we get cooked on this one, it's okay. We have the 930 high, relatively good highs here, and even more liquidity yet right here, so we can target something like this. Or even target all the way to those highs. We just have to wait and see what is to happen. So I'm risking 3%, 1.5k, and you can see that the 5 minute ends up disappointing us, so we're gonna get stopped up here because this 5 minute doesn't want to hold. You can see price even retraces into the 5 minute and then continues consolidating, which leads to this top up here. And for the 1 hour where we wanted to enter, you can see it was already an inversion, so price is dropping all the way to this unfilled 4 hour gap right here. Okay, so get the tap into the 4 hour gap right there, and so I'm still thinking maybe we could get a reverse. I don't know. If we get a strong push through this gap here, then one could try longs, but if not, then we wait for the next day. And AM session just ended. I think it will be wise to wait for the next day instead of trying to long it right here. So I think it's going to start going into consolidations after hitting the all-time highs. Gold's crazy. Okay, we have a couple of liquidity build up here. Look at these candles here, too much wicks. You can see all of this right here, so I believe it could get run through. We have a very beautiful inversion in the 1 hour, so if we could get some moves lower, it would be great. Just have to wait and see. Okay, it's about to open, and there's the open. We get a retracement into this 5 minute and a run on this high here, liquidity run. We could also try out this entering of this inversion and targeting these lows, obviously the liquidity that I was targeting, and this low, all of these lows here. Let's try it out. 1 minute inversion short. I don't know why I feel like I won't trust inversions on gold, but since I'm trying to learn to add more stuff to my arsenal, because my main pair is my main asset is in Q, so just have to be patient and first learn how gold moves. We'll get stopped out right away. Right, actually it's after a few minutes. This was how many minutes? 17 minutes. Yeah, but price is still consolidating, so best case scenario is it retraces into this 1 hour, then displaces lower, as I would like to see it do. But if it doesn't, then I'm wrong, and we'll have to wait for the next opportunity. No need to force a move. And we inverse a 15 minute. Then price retraces into a 15 minute. Okay, this is some confluences that show price could actually be bullish. Sorry, 3 minute has a small gap here. Now why did I flip bullish is because 1 hour is displacing bullish, despite of this liquidity being left down here. You know, if gold is displacing at all-time highs, then obviously it will be hitting new highs after new highs. Then it will run the liquidity after like a huge drop like the one that has happened recently. So maybe we could try longs out here and target these highs. Another reason is because we have a 15-minute gap inversion, which price retraced into, and it's actually PPR here, because you can see there's both gaps here, and left behind some liquidity that we could target. We have a small 5-minute here that I would like to see get inversed as well, instead of just longing it off the 1 minute, and it doesn't get inversed. Looks like this 5-minute is holding strongly, so we would rather wait on this one. Okay, so it's already past New York AM session, so I wouldn't trade anything here. No need to force anything. If they retraced, well, the entry will be something like this, but if it's an inversion, then I would like to see it get run through immediately, not consolidating inside it, trying to reject and failing and stuff like that. And see, you wouldn't even hit take profit, so it was a good decision not to take this trade. Next day, wow, this is a very good move here. Price is obviously bullish. I don't know if we'll get a move, but if we get an entry, but the next retracement might take some good longs. $15-minute gap. Whoa. The 15-minute gap has just inversed, so this is not something I would like to long on, except if we use like the 30-minute only. There is a 4-minute gap and a 5-minute gap, because the 5-minute has inversed here, so here on this inverse we can use something like this. We have a 30-minute gap, we have liquidity run, wow. I don't know, when we have all-time highs like this, I don't know what to target, to be honest. I don't know what to target. Let's try the standard deviations from Asia movement and see if we have some standard deviation highs. I have all this third standard deviation here. 3R will be kind of delusional, but we shall see. Holy, come on. Okay, apparently this wasn't a good trading day. Right, for our consolidation, 1 hour liquidity run, I have an unfilled 1 hour gap right here, but maybe you could just place to this high here. Ha, gotcha, you little thing. Okay, 5-minute is retracing as well. Can also have a 5-minute gap retrace. Something's, I don't know what's spinning me on the hand, but there is something. Now 5-minute retraces lower, we get the tap into the 1 hour. Okay, I'd like to see this 9:30 open. There's the volatility. Okay, if we close inside the gap, bro, I'm gonna be flooding in with longs. Hey, my bro, I'm gonna take longs on this inversion. Longs on this 5-minute. A little below the inversion. Then 1.4 R. Not the best. Maybe this high here. Okay, let's try this. Something like this. 2R. Are you being serious? Okay, here's another inversion. We could try something. What happened here? Very aggressive reversal. This is why they say gold is the most craziest pair you will meet. What do you tell me it reversed midway? We're still displacing higher. 4-hour. Very huge gap that could get inversed. If it gets inversed, well, I will be targeting this low here and the unfilled gap. Got a block. So this is it. OB right there, and a gap as well, and we're having some good displacement higher. 15-minute inversion. Alright, so 15-minute is rejecting good, and the 4-hour closed inversing, so why would I long it? No need. 5-minute has also inversed. You can try out shorts. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, let's clear this. We have this gap right here. It's the FVG. Wow, this sounds funny. Okay, has been inversed. Now we can try out shorts and target this low here and the unfilled low, unfilled 4-hour. Overcooked. No more trades in this session. Yeah, gold is not for the weak. New day, New York AM, going quite slow. We had a very beautiful retracement. It's a liquidity run. So after this liquidity run, maybe I would expect can move higher, maybe to this Asia high. And we also have a 30-minute gap retracement. Okay, more another retracement into the 30-minute. Yeah, and it fails. Looks like the 1 hour is going lower. Okay, who hurt gold now? For our inside the gap, there's a huge 1 hour gap that I'd like to see it hold better. So that means it should get inversed. Let's go to the next thing, man. Okay, so we're in a daily gap. Maybe you could try continuation longs because the previous candles have been bullish. Have liquidity here and an inversion. 4 hour, 1 hour retracement into this beautiful gap here, and we have a very beautiful inversion here and here, and we get a retracement into the inversion. So here we're gonna try out longs. Hey, you just showed up. Okay, finally. Okay, so the idea behind this, I'd frame it on this retracement at 9:15 and enter here. And another reason is we were rejecting a 2 hour and we had a very beautiful inversion, so Very good trade, I'd say. Okay, 15-minute gap retracement. 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're now in the macro. Okay, get another 1 hour gap retracement. Holy gold is not for the weak. Why is that retracement this huge one? Okay, now wait for the 5-minute to close. It closes bearish. Okay, let's go to the next day. Let's not take with anything else there. So we're still inside of some range on gold. We have too much liquidity left behind here, and another high here. So we're still trading inside of a range. We don't have no 1 hour gaps, no 2 hour gaps or something. Actually, we have a 1 hour gap here formed in the morning, and we have an unfilled gap here. So 1 hour 30. Maybe we'll trace, then I'll start taking longs off of that. Okay, 2-minute adjusting first. Can try out longs towards today's relatively equal highs. $9.34 wakes me up heavily. One hour we're having a crazy retracement. If it closes inversing, then I won't be trading anything for the day. Yeah, it has inversed. Not trading. Just gonna wait and see what happens. This could have been a potential good entry. Try out another day here as well. No, price is moving higher. We have all-time highs created on this day. Ooh. These are some good longs setting up. Look at this 5-minute inversion. Can target this 5-minute unfilled from this 5-minute inversion. Price retracing that into that 15-minute actually continued higher. And hits all-time highs. for a 4 hour. Could have helped, but I'm grateful for what I've got. Shouldn't force a thing. Long. Wow. Wicked out. I don't know what was wrong here. Let's go for the next 10, see how it goes. For our tracing. Now let's see if we'll get longs. This is not good. I would have loved to see a liquidity sweep, maybe on this low here. Alright. Run on liquidity, the one that I wanted. Okay, 15-minute gap. Let's wait for the stop up. Oh, that's aggressive. Oh, now is this person higher? 4 hour, I'd like to see it maybe go lower. Like inside this low. Okay, 4 hour gap retracement. For hours rejecting it as good as I wanted. We have these relatively go highs here. Actually, it's not on high, not relatively go, because this is a liquidity run. But we can try out longs at this inversion. They'll be targeting this high here. Wow, there's a 15-minute gap, remember that, so you can see if it starts rejecting, we are cooked. take profit gets hit. You see, this is an example of a beautiful entry. Gold, you can do this. You can literally do this. Wow. We actually have to see if gold presents these kinds of opportunities more often. Just have to see it in the live market. What's important. Next day start of New York session. It's also bullish. Looks bullish actually. 4 hour nothing. 2 hour small inversion. 1 hour slow and a gap. So it could also add to these lows. It's a possibility because that's where the only gap. Those are the only gaps I'm seeing. Consolidation. Okay, so 15 holding here. 5 just closed. I can target the unfilled. Actually it's filled. Bang. 30-minute gets retraced into. I should start going higher. Whoa. Well, as long as we just wanted to see it go lower. There's an absolute sneeze. It ends up hitting these low as well. Very beautiful gold trade. Forward traced into this huge gap here. One hour. There's a gap. Need to see it distribute to this high. Is a relatively low or a liquidity run? Looks like a liquidity run. So if you take it as a liquidity run here, maybe wait for this formula to inverse. TP hit, but at 12:35. At what cost? At what cost? Now we'll go to the next day. Now we'll be risking 5%. Okay. Holy, what a crazy drop. Price is already dropping. Check the 4 hour. We are displacing crazily. I don't think maybe daily lows will be target, but as of now I don't have anything in mind. selling it, we'll be selling it at discount. I mean selling in this, yeah, I'll be selling in discount instead of waiting for premium, so I'd rather wait. Okay, 15 minutes, just placing higher. Very beautiful gap there. No 1 hours. Okay, 1 hour gap retracement. It looks like we're going higher now. On the next retracement, I'll be taking longs. Okay, now we get a 15-minute gap retracement. Let's see if we're gonna reject and take longs. Wow. Let's go to the next day here. Get a liquidity run here. Let's see if I think I'd like to see this place that low here. 1 hour is just placing lower as well. Gold rarely shows an opportunity if it's not this distribution moving. Okay, gap. There's another gap here. But we have good gap here. Untapped liquidity. Like to see it maybe head to the Asian highs. Okay, after that run, maybe like to see reversal higher. Okay, get a very good closure. Let's try out longs here. God, I'm tired. Okay, let's see if it, oh, come on. Okay, 4 hour has burst, I believe. Yeah. Now at least we can start taking longs again. 1 hour, no displacement to any gap. Just a couple of order blocks. short retracement. Let's continue. Okay, yeah. Let's try one more trade. Trading day. Okay, 4 eyes bullish again. I think we can try out longs. But where to? Where to? The daily highs, very rare. 4 hour, I don't know, 1 hour untapped fair value gap is the best to use. Okay, get a closure. Okay, awesome. That's a really good trade. We'll see how this goes the next day. Shout out to anyone who tuned in to the stream. Have a great time. Stay blessed. Peace.